Welcome to the video, guys. Today we are replacing the passenger side drive shaft on my MK7 Fiesta ST. When I was doing my suspension a few weeks ago, I burnt a hole in the CV boot with my blowtorch, and over time it's just, exploded itself all over the wheel well, grease everywhere, and now I've got this rotational humming noise, boom, 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 boom. So it's either this or the wheel bearing, but I'm hoping it's this. This needs replaced anyway, so we're doing that today. I've got brand new gearbox drive shaft seal, and I've got enough gearbox oil to do a flush and fill if we lose a lot of oil. So let's get into it, guys. As we can see, a bit grimy, everything's covered in grime. I'm going to buzz off the action nut. I've got a big new impact here. I've got it on half setting. That is just mental. The power on that thing is mental, man. You see, that was on half power. I was using that cheap Chinese shitey one before that. It's ridiculous. Right, pinch bolt at the bottom. I'm already covered in grease. I absolutely hate it. There we go. Nice. Oh, hey! Yes! Woo! That was the bit I was most worried about, if you cannot tell. Hate wishbones. But fingers crossed, while they're kind of coming out semi easy, I might actually get some polybush ones in there coming. Yes, okay. The next bit I was worried about is getting the drive shaft actually out of the gearbox, because historically I've had trouble with that, but let's give it a try. Okie doke. Remember, we're getting rid of the drive shaft, so it doesn't really matter. Trying not to get as dirty as possible. Absolutely bogging, man. Absolutely bogging. Right, guys, here we go. Yes! Yes! Gearbox oil! Yes! I don't know if it was recording or I caught it. Oh, probably about, I don't know, 20 minutes. Yeah! The drive shaft's out of the circlip. Here we go. Right, let's give it a pull. Got the bucket underneath. Oh, yes, got it. Oh, there you go. That is your new and your old, well, new used but good condition, and old bad condition. That's the little hole that I burnt, and everything from inside has came out, whereas this one is still in good working order. Right, so you can kind of see, right, no very good. Lovely smooth. Listen to it. And then listen to this one. Nothing at all. So, definitely need replacing. Let's just hope that it solves the because I really don't like to be doing the wheel bearings. That is just no. So, let's hope this solves it. Going for the gearbox seal, or the drive shaft seal, whatever you want to call it. Guys, almost got it out with my crowbar and a big cheater bar. I did buy this tool, but it is pants, man. Look, get this ratchet system, right? And this is supposed to be, you're supposed to put loads of torque through this. Look at this. Look at that. I just moved about. Teeth slip. Do not buy this. Do not. I'll put the one I bought up here, the exact one. Terrible item. Terrible. I'm sure there is great ones. I'm going to order a better one than this, because it would be handy if it worked. Pish. So I've ended up just going for the old-fashioned cheater bar. Look at it, guys. Woo! What a fight that was, man. What a fight. It must be a couple of hours of that. Woo! It's absolutely mangled, but we got it out in the end. And now I've got a brand new one to go in, and a wee bearing press to put it in. I watched a video for an American guy doing this exact same job. I'll link that down below. He used this bearing press, so I used the bearing press. I should have probably used his link for that bloody seal puller. Anyway, let's get this wrapped up. Whew. So I'm going to go with this one, 63mm. As you can see, fits perfectly. Goes on the end of this, and then you just rattle this with your hammer, as far as I can see. Donk, 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 in, happy days, yeehaw. There we go, gonna give it a wallop, let's hope it works. So good it's sitting in. And that's us in. Happy days, what a brilliant wee tool that is. It was absolutely perfect. Shout out to that guy, the American guy, his YouTube channel's here. Perfect. Definitely going to keep a hold of that reset, that's going to come in big time handy. That's all in, I'm all happy. I gave the inside of the kind of shaft housing a wee bit of sand down, no sand, a wee clean up with really fine sandpaper that I've done. I've also hit the drive shaft a wee bit of fine grit sandpaper as well, just to clean it up a touch. It's in gearbox side, just need to get it in here. Hands are going to get dirty, this is always a bugger. Yes! Whoop whoop! We're in! There we go. Going to spin on the nut. It's also in at the wishbone. That was a hassle. Spin on the nut, buzz the nut, and then I'll torque it once the wheels are on. Right, now I've just got to torque the ball joint, and then we're going to fill it up. Woohoo! That's your fill plug, and that's your drain plug. Crack your fill plug off first, because you're humped if it doesn't open. Mind you, would be humped anyway, because the gearbox is, you know, low. Because we took the drive shaft out. What is this? Shoot this in. HW8 Allen. Woof! There we go. Oh, I've got nobody else to blame bar me for that, because it was me that done them up last time. Got to make sure these are all the way in, because don't want to strip them. I actually might get some new gearbox bungs, because they're a bit jailbait, aren't they, really? Oh, that one was easier. There we go. Happy days. If you've seen my other gearbox videos, you'll know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pop this open. I'm going to drop my little manual siphon pump in, and I'm going to sit under the car, pump the siphon pump into the fill hole that I just showed you, and this bottle's going to gradually empty, and I'm going to do it again. It takes about 35-40 minutes, but it's the most efficient way I've found to do it, and aye, that's it. Some people say the Fiesta ST takes 1.7 litres if it's, you know, no totally dry, because you'd never ever get all it out. Other people say it takes 2.1. Last time I put 1.7 in, this time I'm going to put 2 litres exactly in, because I feel like 1.7 was just no quite enough, if that makes any sense. Probably just a placebo, but aye, 2 litres should be better. I'm using a bit heavier oil, let's do it. Right, that's her filled. Put the wheel on, tidy my unit up, and then I'll meet yous in the car to see if the noise has vanished. Remember, this is what it's all about. It's all about fixing that drive shaft and hoping to fix this humming noise. So if there's no more noise, we're good to go. If no, wheel bearing next week. Right guys, good news and bad news. You good news is that the hum has been fixed, right? That was the drive shaft. The bad news is that when I've been fighting with the hub to get it back into the wishbone, I must have bent the dust shield even more than it already was bent, and I have the most horrific, I sound like I'm dragging a tin can. Let me see if you can hear it. If you can hear it, then I'll do my best to find the sound. That's annoying, but that's just my mistake again. But you know, I can fix that tomorrow. I just get it jacked up and, you know, I actually think I'm going to take it off because I'm having way more hassle with them than they're even worth. It's either a stone in it, it's bent out of shape, whatever. I know DJ Piles, shout out to him, good friend of the channel. He painted his red, and they looked really nice. But they were either he got new ones, then painted them, or he painted them. He restored them, you know. They looked cool, but I'm sick of dealing with them. But at least the hum is away, you know. We don't have to fan about with wheel bearings or hubs, so that's good. So all in all, the video has been a success. Now, some of you might have noticed that I put 7590 gearbox oil in when I did my flush and fill. Now I did that because I fancied a bit more thickness in the oil, and I don't know if it's placebo, but I'm pretty certain my shifts feel much better than they did before. You know, obviously when you do a flush and refill, it's always going to feel a bit better. But a lot of you online say, oh, you know, when it's cold, it'll be notchy and stuff like that. But it feels ridiculously good. I'm really happy, and if it stays this good, then I'm going to be running 7590 from now on. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. It's just buttery smooth. Just it's the best my gearbox has ever felt, put it that way. So aye, that's a silver lining. Everything, it's not even a silver lining, that is a positive. Gearbox oil, gearbox feels like butter. Drive shaft's fixed, no more hum, you know. What else can you ask for? So aye, no very sexy video of the day, guys, but you know, it had to be done. Maintenance, it's part of life, part of cars, part of projects, everything. So aye, next week we'll be doing some mods. A mod that I've been saying for ages that we're going to do, it's coming, it's finally here. I've got them in my hands, you know, you'll know what it is. It's aye, I'm looking forward to it, put it that way, and it'll hopefully make my gear shifts even better. So aye, there's a wee clue for you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Sorry about last week missing the video. Thank you so much for 500 subscribers. I can't bloody believe it. The 500 subscriber special will be coming very soon. The giveaway, all that stuff. So aye, thanks for sticking with me, guys. Thanks for watching the day. And aye, see you next week. 6 Sunday, 5 PM, guys. See you there.